大家好，欢迎回到我的频道。在准备DET硬件时，你是不是也有这种经验？看到一张照片明明懂，但要描述时却讲不出高分的句子，每次都只能用 "There is a man" 或是 "They are standing"，结果答案听起来普通，没有画面感，分数也一直上不去。放心，你不是一个人，这就是大部分考生在描述图片最常遇到的问题。看得懂，但形容的不够生动。而今天的影片就是要帮你突破这个瓶颈。我整理了50个超好用的单词和片语，只要你把它们加入你的口说或写作里，你的描述马上变得更细致、更有层次，也更像高分考生会说出的表达方式。准备好了吗？拿出你的笔记本，我们开始吧。
Our first phrase is in the midst of. You can use it when someone or something is right in the center of an activity, an event, or even an emotion. This phrase works beautifully when you want to make your description sound dynamic. So basically, when you use this phrase, the action looks like it's happening right now, not something that already happened. The photo captures a group of professionals in the midst of brainstorming ideas during a business meeting. Next, we have the word composition. It refers to the way different elements are arranged or organized within the photo. In other words, when you talk about the composition, you are talking about how the objects, people, and colors are placed together to create balance or focus. This word is especially useful when you want to describe the photo in a thoughtful and detailed way. The composition of this photo feels balanced, with trees on both sides and the snow-covered mountain in the middle. All right, let's move on to another useful phrase, which is appear to be. You'll hear this one a lot in formal speaking and writing, and it's perfect for the Duolingo English test when you are not completely sure what's happening in the picture, but you want to sound confident and precise. You use it when you make a logical guess based on what you can see, but you are not 100% sure. It's perfect for moments where you infer what's happening rather than state it directly. In this image, the two people appear to be exchanging opinions, showing concentration and mutual respect in their communication. Next, we have the word bustling. This is a great descriptive adjective when you want to make your photo description sound alive and dynamic, especially if the image shows a lot of people or activity. When a place is bustling, there is a sense of excitement and liveliness. People are moving, talking, working, or shopping. The street looks bustling with people and traffic, illuminated by colorful lights from restaurants and shops on both sides. All right, the next phrase is engrossed in. Engrossed in means deeply involved in an activity, so much that you almost forget everything else around you. It's more advanced than simply saying doing or looking at. You can use engrossed in to show a person's strong focus on what they are doing. The man in the foreground appears engrossed in his phone, paying little attention to the lively atmosphere around him. Let's move on to another word you can use in your photo descriptions, which is perspective. In the context of describing the photo, it refers to the angle or the camera's point of view from which the photo is captured. You can use this word to make your description sound more advanced and more observant. From this perspective, we can clearly see an organized desk with a cup of coffee, a tablet, and a few colorful notebooks. Our next phrase is vibrant colors. This one is perfect when you are describing a photo that's visually striking and full of life. The phrase vibrant colors refers to bright, strong, and lively colors that immediately catch your eye. When you say a photo has vibrant colors, you're describing how full of energy and life it looks, maybe because of the sunlight, the clothing, or the natural scenery. The vibrant colors of the blooming flowers and the trees in the background create a lively atmosphere. Now let's look at the verb portray. Portray means to show or describe someone or something in a certain way. This word is perfect when you want to explain what story the photo is showing, not just what's inside the photo. When you say a photo portrays something, you are focusing on the feeling or idea the image communicates. The photo portrays a happy family enjoying their time together outdoors. Next, let's move to a beautiful phrase, bathed in sunlight. It means completely filled with sunlight. When something is bathed in sunlight, it's surrounded by soft golden light, like the sun is gently washing over the scene. This is a wonderful expression to describe photos that feel peaceful, bright, and full of life. You can use this phrase when you want to make your description sound warm and emotional. The tall modern buildings are beautifully bathed in sunlight during the early morning. Next, let's look at the noun passersby. It's the plural form of passerby, and it refers to people who are passing by or walking past a place without stopping. This word is especially useful when you're describing street scenes or public places where people are casually walking by. The word adds life to your description, and it can also help you sound more specific and avoid using the word people all the time. Several passers-by are walking along a busy city street surrounded by tall buildings. Our next word is overlooking. It means having a view of something from above or facing a particular direction with a clear view. You can use this word to make your photo description sound more vivid and show that you can describe the relationship between objects in the photo. A small cabin stands on the hill overlooking a peaceful lake surrounded by green mountains. Next, let's explore another useful phrase, which is in the distance. It means far away from where the main subject is, but still within view. This phrase helps you describe depth and space in a photo and sound more descriptive, which is exactly what you need for a high-level Duolingo response. Basically, anything that gives you a sense of space and perspective works perfectly for this phrase. The photo shows a green field with misty mountains visible in the distance. Next, we have the phrase engaged in. It means actively involved or participating in an activity. This phrase helps you describe what people are doing in a professional and natural way. When you say someone is engaged in something, it shows they are not just doing it casually, they are focused and paying much attention. The students are engaged in a lively discussion, sharing their thoughts and interacting actively with one another. All right, let's move on to the next phrase, which is blurred background. This phrase helps you describe the visual style of a photo. It refers to a photo effect where the main subject is sharp and clear, while the background is soft and out of focus. Photographers usually use this technique to draw attention to the main subject, like a person, an object, or an animal, and make the background less distracting. The young woman is smiling and walking confidently in front of a blurred background of green trees. Now let's look at the next word, which is serene. It means calm, peaceful, and free from stress or disturbance. This is a wonderful word to use when you are describing a photo that feels quiet and full of natural beauty. When something is serene, it gives you a feeling of stillness and harmony, like everything is perfectly at ease. So if the image makes you feel relaxed just by looking at it, it's perfect for the word serene. The lake looks serene in the early morning light, creating a calm and peaceful atmosphere. Next, we have the word contrast, which is a noticeable difference between two or more things, like colors, lighting, emotions, or even subjects in a picture. When there is a contrast in a photo, it means something stands out because it's very different from what's around it. So anything that makes you notice the difference right away is a perfect image to illustrate contrast. The bright red umbrella creates a strong contrast with the gray surroundings. Our next phrase is in the background. This one can make your response sound structured and organized. It means the part of the photo that is behind the main focus or subject. You can use it when you want to describe what's happening farther away or at the back of the picture. This phrase can instantly help you and add depth and clarity to your description. A woman stands in the open field, and in the background, we can see a mountain range under the clouds. Next, there is the word highlight. You can use it when you want to talk about what draws the viewer's attention. When you highlight something, you are pointing out the most noticeable feature in the photo. Basically, any image with a clear focal point where your eyes naturally go first will fit perfectly for the word highlight. The car's vivid color highlights it perfectly against the dull brick wall behind. Now let's move on to the next phrase, which is in motion. It means moving or happening right now, not still or static. This phrase helps you sound more expressive and detailed. When you say something is in motion, you are describing that it's actively moving. It is perfect when you want to describe a photo that captures action or something happening right in the moment. The cyclist is captured in motion as he rides his bicycle along the road under the warm sunlight. Now let's talk about the word artificial. This is a great adjective to use when describing something that isn't natural or real, but created by humans. You can use it to describe materials, light, or setting that feel manufactured or unnatural. The room is softly lit by artificial light from the ceiling, making the space look elegant and comfortable. Now let's look at the phrase surrounded by nature. It means being enclosed by natural elements like trees, mountains, flowers, or water. This phrase is perfect when describing outdoor photos that feel calm, refreshing, and full of greenery. So any photo where you can feel the presence of nature all around is the perfect image for using the phrase surrounded by nature. The cozy wooden house is surrounded by nature with tall green trees and calm water all around. Next, we have an adjective eye-catching, which means very noticeable, attractive, or visually striking. When something is eye-catching, it naturally grabs your focus, maybe because of its color, shape, brightness, or design. This is a great word to use when you want to describe something that immediately stands out in a photo and draws your attention the moment you see it. The photo features an eye-catching scene of colorful umbrellas hanging above the street. Our next phrase is urban landscape. This one can help you sound more professional and descriptive when the photo shows city life. It means the view of a city, including its buildings, roads, lights, and people. When you describe an urban landscape, you are talking about how the city looks as a whole and about the beauty and structure of its environment. This image captures a modern urban landscape filled with skyscrapers and cars moving along the street. Next, we have the phrase taken from a high angle. It means the photo was captured from a position above the subject, looking down. This type of photo gives the viewer a sense of overview, like they are looking at the scene from above, sometimes from a balcony, drone, or tall building. The photo is taken from a high angle, showing a group of people walking and standing on a bridge above the water. Now let's look at the phrase which is opposite to the previous one, taken from a low angle. This one is perfect when you want to describe that the photo was shot from a position below the subject, looking upward. When a photo is taken from a low angle, it often makes the subject look larger and more impressive. Using this phrase can help you describe composition and perspective and add depth to your answer. The photo is taken from a low angle, making the building look tall and majestic. Now let's look at the phrase dominated by. It means something is the most noticeable part of the image and can control the overall feeling. This phrase helps you describe what stands out the most in a photo, the element that takes up most of the space or immediately catches the viewer's eye. So you can use dominated by for any image where something clearly stands out and fills the frame. The scene is dominated by the silhouettes of tall trees, which create a mysterious and quiet atmosphere. Now let's talk about the word symbolize, which means to represent or stand for something else. When you say something symbolizes something else, you're explaining its deeper meaning. This is a great word for describing photos that seem to represent an idea or some message, not just what's visible on the surface. This photo shows a hand holding a bunch of flowers toward the sky, which may symbolize new beginnings. Next, we have the phrase in perfect symmetry. It means two sides or parts of something look exactly the same. When something is in perfect symmetry, it feels harmonious, and neither side looks uneven. This phrase works well for describing order and balance in a photo. You can use it when you want to describe a photo that looks organized or visually pleasing, especially in architecture, nature, or design shots. The wooden houses and autumn trees are reflected in the lake in perfect symmetry, giving the image a peaceful feeling. Now let's look at the next word, which is illuminated. When something is illuminated, it's made visible by source of light. Using illuminated helps you describe how lighting affects the feeling of the photo and the overall mood. You can use it for any image where light creates contrast or emotion. This city skyline is illuminated by colorful lights that make the whole scene look energetic and alive at night. Now let's move on to the phrase up close. It means from a short distance, very near to the subject. You can use this when the photo shows something taken from a short distance, allowing you to see fine details clearly. This phrase is perfect when you want to describe detail or highlight the focus in an image. The daisy is captured up close, showing the delicate texture of its petals.
今天的影片就到这里了。现在你已经知道怎么用更高阶、更有画面感的英文来描述任何图片了。只要你把这些片语运用在口说或写作题目里，你的回答一定会变得更高分。如果你觉得这支影片有帮助，记得按赞、订阅，还要开启小铃铛，才不会错过我之后更多多邻国口说和写作的教学影片。非常感谢你今天的观看，我们下次见，拜拜。